Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you don't know who I am. My name is Heather, and about 3 years ago I was filming YouTube videos pretty regularly. I stopped abruptly and I kind of wanted to update you guys more so on like what's been going on, where I was, what happened, you know, the full scoop. So I have my notes here, I have it written, so if I look down, I'm looking at my notes. I'm gonna do my best to look up as much as possible. So I'm going to be breaking this update into 3 parts. This is going to be the first part, then there'll be a second and a third. If I put all 3 parts together, it would just be one long ass story that you guys would just, it's not worth it. So I broke this up into 3 parts because I think each part has its own special meaning, and it's really important that you guys get the full scoop as opposed to just like minute details of a story that has a bigger picture to it, if that makes sense. So without any further ado, this is going to be part 1. So my last YouTube video was filmed August 25th of 2020, which was 2.5 years ago, and I was dating my ex-boyfriend. I privated the video. I'm not going to name my ex-boyfriend. I'm not going to oust him. I'm not going to do any of that. This is just, you know, like what happened and why I quit YouTube for 2.5 years. I love YouTube and I love like sharing and documenting my life, and it's been a really difficult challenge to get myself back onto YouTube, hence why we are here. My last video was filmed August 25th, 2020, and it was a Korean mukbang where me and my ex went to Seattle to get some Korean corn dogs, and we ate them on camera. He didn't really like being on camera, yet he still would do it with me. It was supportive. It was nice. It was like one of the nice things and only nice things that he did for me. As I say, I'm not gonna judge or oust. Anyways, my last video was a mukbang, and I had no intention of quitting YouTube. Like, there was no plan to quit. It just kind of happened abruptly because it was one event after another, and it just skyrocketed. I filmed the video in August, and in September, everything in my life hit the fucking fan. A couple months before September, my ex-boyfriend, to keep it short, inherited a large sum of money, $20,000. And we, as a couple, planned to have a baby with that. We were financially stable at that point. We were living on our own. We were doing really, really well. There was no issues with drugs, nothing. Yeah, like we planned to have a baby. But in September, I lost my job. I had 2 back-to-back seizures because of stuff that we will talk about in a later part. I had 2 back-to-back seizures, and I ended up missing a shift at my job where I was the prepper, and they relied on me, and I was kind of on thin ice already because I was like there was a lot going on at that time. I felt like things kept happening. Like it was like I lost my job, then our car broke down, and then we had some drama at the apartment that we were living in. It was one thing after another. Everything was piling on each other, and of course, when everything's hitting the fan, I fell pregnant. I was really reliant on my ex to cover my half of the rent for this month because I was in a bad spot financially. I needed his help, and he said he had my back, and he had my back up until the day that he came clean. The day that he could no longer hide it anymore. Okay, I need to preface this. My ex-boyfriend is a recovering drug addict. At this point, he was 2 years clean. There was nothing to worry about until this point. And one night, my ex sits me down and he tells me that he relapsed. And unfortunately, it happened to be the night before rent was due. I was like, okay, well, that's not the worst thing. Do we have money? Like, what's going on? Like, I needed the full scoop. And my ex basically explained to me that he had blown the entire $20,000. A few things for me here and there, but like, the money was gone. That was the bottom line. The money was gone. I was pregnant and I was jobless. And I was fucking stressed out. Because not only that, my ex-boyfriend is relapsing on drugs after 2 years of being clean. I had never cried so hard in my life. I've never been more stressed out in my life, not knowing what I was gonna do. There was just so much weight to carry. And like, when I'm in these states of mind, I don't think I make the most smartest decisions. It was just a stressful fucking time. And I didn't know how to like explain this to people. And about a couple days after I found out I was pregnant, which I found out in the hospital alone after I ended up there. A couple days after I found out I was pregnant, I decided to keep the baby, and I told my ex, you know, I'm gonna keep this baby no matter what, whether you're with me or whether you're not with me. Oh my gosh, there's this one text message that really just gets me every time. And I just saw it recently and I screenshotted it. This is one of the nicest messages that I ever got from my ex, and that says a lot. It says, "Hey baby, I couldn't sleep for a little while overnight and I was just doing some thinking and I decided I needed to say a couple of things. For one, I just want to say that I see you and I hear you when you say I don't show you enough love, and I'm truly sorry. I will do everything I can to make you and this baby feel safe, loved, and protected. You've been working so hard to try to better your life in our situation. I can't wait till things start to pay off for you. And it will, I promise. I'm going to do everything I can to make you feel comfortable in these next months so that we are both confident that we can handle everything that is coming our way. I know I put us in a bad spot and I'm doing everything and will keep doing everything I can to make things better for all of us. In the end, I just want us to be happy and I love you and I always will." That was like seriously one of the last messages I ever received from my ex that was that kind-hearted, because after like all things said and done, he became very cold. So I decided to keep the baby. That message was sent, and 12 days after finding out I was pregnant, I miscarried. I miscarried right before I was going to my first ultrasound appointment. And I like literally knew. I fell to the ground. I cried my eyes out. I remember this so vividly. I remember this feeling just so fucking broken. And yeah, I lost the baby. After the miscarriage, my relationship with my ex-boyfriend completely changed. Like, we were never the same after this. And for obvious reasons. I mean, losing a baby is probably the hardest thing that I dealt with. And I felt like I was dealing with it alone by myself. And that he was dealing with his relapse and like everything, and that's fine, but like I felt like in those moments I really needed him, and like he just wasn't there. But I mean, like, he could only be there for me as much as he knew how to be there for me, and like I understand that. That is basically why I quit YouTube for 2.5 years. Here, cat. This is my mom's clock. And then 2 months later I get cheated on, but that's gonna be a whole other part in itself because that was insane. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was part 1 of why I ended up leaving YouTube for 2.5 years. I didn't really owe anyone an explanation, but I really wanted to explain myself because I think it was really therapeutic for me to talk about, and I healed a lot vicariously through this video and through writing the notes and just like thinking about everything that transpired. But yeah, a lot happened in literally a span of a month. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to stay tuned for part 2. It's gonna be coming like next week or something, I don't know, but that one's a juicy one and I think you guys are really gonna enjoy it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and comment down below if you guys had any assumptions of where you thought I went. Did you know what happened? I don't know. Turn on my post notifications. I don't know what days I'm gonna be posting, but I know that I'm gonna be fucking posting because I need to post content. I will link everything that you need to follow down below, and yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for sticking with me if you have. Have a great day, Happy New Year, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! I need to test my microphone, which is right here. I don't know if it does make a difference because I've never actually tested it. Testing 1, 2, 3, away from the mic. Testing 1, 2, 3. Fuck. So... So we're gonna break this. my ex. Sorry. I like it. It's kind of cute. After the miscarriage,